Hi, Ferb! It's dragon time. We gotta go find a guy, because that's what we were asked to do. They're like, oh, there's a dude in this town. And then we discovered that most of the characters don't have name tags that are names. Most of them just say, like, peasant. I also forgot to shut my door. 1 second. I have to close the door before the bad cat comes in and causes the fight. Or my sweet boy attempts to come in and get snapped. And then I have to tell him no.
Don't be an idiot. There aren't any Darkspawn here. Yet, anyhow.
Oh, my new super gamer chair is spinning. Okay. I'm back. I got a new desk chair for Christmas. And it's a big old fancy gamer chair. That was relatively inexpensive, actually. Which is fine, because I don't want people to spend crazy amounts of money.
By the way you said it's dragon time?
Yeah.
There's a line that unfortunately you missed because of your dialogue choices, which is fine. That's not a big deal. But it's really funny because Alistair, when you meet Morgan for the first time, says, "I'd be careful. First it's like, I like you, and then zap! Frog time."
Oh, I wish that I had gotten that piece of dialogue. Alright, where... First of all, who the hell is this person we are looking for?
Is bad.
Swooping is generally bad, yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, you were searching for the person who
yeah, there's a guy
ran away. It was like dodging
yeah, dereliction of duty. His name is Layson, and he's here in Denerim. But nobody here.
No, you are not in Denerim.
Oh, I thought this was Denerim.
No, you are in Lothering right now.
Lothering.
Denerim is the capital of Ferelden.
Somebody's in Lothering. Unless I'm crazy.
I do recall
Lothering.
you having it.
Pater Gritch is in Lothering. That's who I'm looking for. I have to give him a letter of conscription. I have to tell him he has to go to army. But currently, there's nobody with a name.
I believe if you hold, is it Alt or Tab? I forget. I think it's Alt.
Alt. No. Tab. Bard,
Tab,
Bard, Refugee, Refugee Girl. So he's not in this bar, if we go off of the assumption that he has a name tag.
Ooh, stuff to loot in here, though.
There's a lot of shit. Can I have? Thank you. I like that nobody cares that I just walked into the kitchen and took shit.
I like to think that you're just taking, like, little things.
I can do that for you.
Please do.
I shall.
Woo! Nice. Thank you. Okay, so he's not in the bar. Let's go to the church and look for anybody with a fucking...
Well, look around town as well.
Darkspawn down south. It's all Grey Warden work.
They're a devious lot.
Refugee miner, refugee girl. Yeah. I'm just gonna hold this down. Allison has a name. Refugee, refugee, refugee. Because I remember walking around town and ghosting the mouse over people, and there was no one. Alright, so not on this side. Everybody on this side is all refugees, and he wasn't in the bar. So we'll check on the other side of this river. I know that everybody in the little camp was just refugee.
Morgan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
I was about to
The
say.
fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
Which is
So
also
it's
true.
all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
You can
Yours
have a purpose.
apparently being to bother
Yeah.
me.
Yours is apparently to
You
bother
can still
me.
have purpose
Yeah.
in chaos. It doesn't
Yeah.
There doesn't have to be order to it.
Also, nature's not quite as chaotic. It looks chaotic on the surface, but nature is a very delicate balance. Which is why if you fuck with the environment, you can kill an entire ecosystem. Which is why we just haven't gone out and completely exterminated specific pests. Because if we do, we may kill everything in the area by accident. Farmer, refugee, Sir Bryant. Book. Aha! I got a book about the First Blight. Which I would read, except I'm sure that it is incredibly long.
Not especially.
Father there you are! He was in the church!
Yes? What can I do for you?
You're going to war! I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
Well, at least you didn't try to run, I suppose. Ooh. Will you rob the church for me? Key required. Ah, I see. I can't do that then. Anything in here I can take? No. See chest,
you'll definitely
though.
want to search everywhere in here. There's a lot of codexes you can get.
There is book. Adventures of the Black Fox, and this is
should be easy enough.
What to do? Ah, the Sacred Ashes of Andraste. Okay, so here's a note about it. Which could maybe help me find it later. So if I go looking for the Sacred Ashes, I'll give that a quick read. Oh, there's little dossiers about everything.
It's BioWare. It's always going to have a complex codex.
I know, and I should sit down and read it at some point. It's just it may take a long time, and
the
I don't.
lore is fascinating.
Yeah, I just don't know if people would enjoy listening to me read it out loud for an extended amount of time. Ooh, a gift. I bet I know who would like that. I bet that she would like it. Can I give it to them now, or do I have to wait till camp?
I believe you can give them to them at any time.
Neat. Item.
You'll want them selected.
Ah.
No. Go
Yes?
to your... No, go back to your... Select your guy. Go into the character. Oh, okay.
Nothing, never mind. Okay. Go to my inventory or my character?
Right there. Or no, your inventory.
Okay.
Now hit the little arrow next to your name. You can cycle through all of your people.
Oh, that's how I do. Here you go.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Tribal necklace. Something tells me that Morrigan would like that. Stop me if I shouldn't do it, by the way.
A fine gift. You
Ha.
have my thanks.
Okay, so it was an okay gift. All right. Okay. Presents were given. All right. Anything else in here I should be aware of? Nope.
You should absolutely continue to explore and see, because codexes give you experience.
Yeah.
Every time you find a codex, you get 50 experience.
Oh, nice. Ferb says, I enjoy reading things like this in games. You could read it aloud or read it silently. I personally don't mind pausing a video to read lore. Okay. Then, after we've given the town one final once-over with the tab button, before we head out into the wilderness to murder terrible murderous people. Anything over here? Oh, there's elf fruit over there. Can I...
Before you head out as well, you should try and sell any crap that you don't need.
This is true. How the heck do I get in here? Is there a gap in this? Oh, there is. Good. Refugees and elf fruit. I will take that. Alright, let's go to this merchant and sell any junk I don't need. We'll clear out the inventory real quick. We'll read a couple codexes. Yes, crybaby! The kitty would like everyone to know she is here. And that she's a part of this family, too. Aww.
The merchant is behind you.
Yeah, I just noticed these. I love these cute little dog statues at the bottom of the bridge. I may have said that already. Alright.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I'm looking to sell some shit.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
And what if I did? I should probably buy all the health crap, shouldn't I?
I do believe your character is currently wounded. That you are gonna need a lesser injury potion for that.
I will take these then.
Or kit. Or
I will
whatever.
buy both of them. I should also get these for my mages.
Not necessary.
Not necessary at this time? Okay.
You get plenty.
Swift salve. Oh, it increases this. Okay. All right, let's look through here and
You primarily want to sell, like, the spirit balm, like, for example, like, stuff like that. It's not super necessary to have.
Ah, okay. So I just drop it in his inventory to sell it.
Not in your difficulty, anyway.
Demonic Ecker.
And then you'll want to keep all this. These are crafting ingredients.
Okay, Deathroot Flask, Elf Root. The Silver Edge is a
If you
DLC weapon.
Go to weapons. Basically,
Jason Flat.
keep like one of each weapon type because you'll want to equip your people with them.
Oh yeah, and I'll find more people as stuff goes on. Oh, I should give this
But keep the best one.
this long sword. Oh no, that's a great sword.
It's two-handed, so you want to wait until you have somebody who uses a two-handed weapon,
Yeah,
which you might get
requires-
in this town. There's somebody else you haven't recruited yet.
Oh yeah, he's the guy I need to go see. The mace, which I think that Liliana can use, maybe.
Well, Liliana's a rogue.
Oh yeah, she's a rogue, so it doesn't matter. I guess I can hold on to that. So which one of these is stronger? This one is 9.9, and that's 9. So I don't. Oh, because there's a crit chance, -5 attack. Morrigan, is this better than what you have? Not really, but it's the only one I have, so I'll get rid of that, so I'll save that. 11 damage with 10. Okay. Wait a minute. Yeah. Next guy I get, I think, will have everything. I'll sell all but one dagger, I guess. Oh, whoops. I did that wrong. There we go. Alright, armor time. Anybody need good? What about me? What do I have? Armor. I think everybody who has stuff doesn't need that. I don't have a shield because I dual wield. And he's fine for that, but hold on to it just in case. That's Morgan's. That can go. And then this is other stuff. And you said to hold on to all of this. So that would be everything then.
Yeah, jewels and stuff you'll want to keep for later.
Okay, cool. Then we are good. So let's check our codex. Where is codex? Codex. Let's see. We should read some creatures. Oh, hello, Fairfield. All right, let's read about the Archdemon. If the cat will be kind and not walk across my desk, you gonna be good? Okay, good, because I don't want to have to manhandle you. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumont. Their taint twisted even the false god, and the whisperer awoke at last, in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world. The First Blight. From Threnodies 8-7. The false... Threnodies? Oh, okay. Well...
A threnody is like a song or a hymn that is for death.
Fairfield says the Codex Astartes does not support this action. That will be for Friday, probably. Kitty, do you want to come sit in my lap while I play the game? Because you can. But if you're going to, you have to be good and not knock everything onto the floor. That's my requirement. You know this. Pronunciation is hard. Says Ferb. And Fairfield says Threnodies nuts.
Jesus.
right? The false dragon gods of the Devinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instinct, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens, twisted and corrupted, and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land. A blight. We'll read one more. The Genlock, which are like the defaults. These are the most common Darkspawn in the underground. Stocky and tough, Genlocks are notoriously difficult to kill, even with magic. There's two subgroups, the Alphas and the Emissaries. In any group of Genlocks, there is usually one who is dominant. As the tallest, strongest, and smartest of their kind, Alphas serve as a sort of commander, directing or bullying the others in combat. Then there are Emissaries. The most intelligent of the Alphas become gifted sorcerers, with many abilities akin to blood magic. These are the Emissaries, and they usually only appear during a blight. So if you just wander into the underground, you don't even see them. Unless there's a blight going on. That's when they gain magic, I suppose. The Hurlock. Taller than their Genlock cousins, the Hurlocks are roughly of human size, but are possessed of considerable strength and constitution. The shock troop of the Darkspawn, a single berserking Hurlock, can often be a match for numerous opponents at once. They are known to adorn themselves with roughly carved tattoos to keep track of their kills and deeds, though it is unknown whether or not there is a uniform standard to these markings. Once again, they're Alphas and Emissaries. Alpha Hurlocks are more intelligent and more skilled fighters, often serving as commanders or even generals. And Emissaries. Hurlock Emissaries have also been known to appear during a blight. These Darkspawn are the only ones recorded as being capable of human speech and are often capable of employing magic. Interesting. Careful now. Let's see if there's any other Darkspawn ones. The Ogre. Well, that one's a little long. Alright. Towering over their Darkspawn kin, the massive ogres are a rare sight on the battlefield. Traditionally, they only appear during a blight, but some records claim that ogres have been spotted in the deep roads, hunting alone or in small groups. At least one report by the Grey Wardens claims that an ogre was spotted alone in the Kokari Wilds in 919 of the Dragon. Year 919 of the Dragon. Though it was weakened and easily dispatched. Up to 100 of these creatures can accompany a Darkspawn horde and at any one time during a blight, often using their great strength to burst through fortifications and demolish the front lines of the opposing army. Jesus, kitty! What did I just say? I said don't! Why? Why you do? You've got food. What are you doing? I'm so sorry, everybody. One moment. You're gonna push shit on the floor. You're being ridiculous. Here. All this for a tiny bit of cat food. Goodness gracious. Year of the Dragon always reminds me of Spyro, says Ferb. Nice. Here we go. They use brute force to charge their enemies like bulls, slam the ground with their fists to shake enemies off their feet, and hurl giant rocks into the face of oncoming foes. Melee can be difficult against a giant that snatches a warrior up in one hand, crushing the life out of him or beating him into oblivion with their other hand. The nimble can try to wiggle his way free, or an ally can attempt an array of stunning blows on an ogre to free their comrade in danger. Grey Warden lore urges caution when slaying an ogre, unless it is ensured that they have received a major wound to the head or the heart. It is possible that they are lying dormant and will regenerate to full health within a matter of minutes. During a blight, most Grey Wardens recommend burning all Darkspawn to ashes, quote, dead ogres in particular. Okay, we'll read about the Shade and then we'll move on. The Shade, which is not a Darkspawn. It has often been suggested that the only way for a demon to affect the world of the living is by possessing a living or once living body, but this is not always true. Indeed, a shade is one such creature, a demon in its true form that has adapted to affect the world around it. My hypothesis is this. We already know that many demons become confused when they pass through the veil into our world. They are unable to tell the living from the dead, the very static nature of our universe being confusing to a creature that is accustomed to a physicality defined entirely by emotion and memory. Most demons seek to immediately seize upon anything they perceive as life, jealously attempting to possess it. But what of those who do not? What of those that encounter no life or fail to possess a body? What of those that are more cautious by their nature? These demons watch, they lurk, and they envy. In time, such a demon will learn to drain energy from the psyche of those it encounters, just as it did in the Fade. Once it has drained enough, it has the power to manifest and will forever after be known as a shade. Such a creature spurns possession. It instead floats as a shadow across its piece of land, preying upon the psyche of any who cross its path. Perhaps it believes itself still in the Fade. There is evidence to believe that this is so. A shade will weaken the living by its very proximity. If it focuses its will, it can drain a single target very quickly. Some have even been known to assault the minds of a living victim, causing confusion or horror, and making the target ripe for the kill. The tragedy of a shade is perhaps that once it has drained a target whole, its appetite is only heightened rather than slaked. Notes from a journal of former senior enchanter Malleus, once of the Circle Ravania, declared apostate on 9/20 of the Dragon Age. So that actually was fairly recent in the grand scheme of things. Oh, hello, Roman! Oh. Fairfield says, Year of the Dragon has nothing on the Year of the Cat. Quote, smashed into oblivion, bro got hit so hard he went from the Dragon Age into Elder Scrolls. Goodness gracious. Oops, I keep trying to hit shift to sprint.
Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Because you're being a
crawl
shit.
into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great. Thanks.
Jesus.
Like, there are so many people who try to make excuses for Morgan's behavior in the beginning because they just think she's attractive. That's it. It's the hotness power that
I was
that
gonna
makes
say,
it so that people
when you
don't criticize her.
When you first meet her, she is a really nasty shit.
She's mean to Alistair for no reason.
Well, it's because he's a former Templar and she's an apostate.
By all accounts, though, Alistair could be a whole hell of a lot meaner or worse because he used to be
This
a
is
Templar.
also true. I think the meanest thing he has said so far, and I see the little explanation point, I will go to that in a second, but thus far I think the meanest thing he said is just, careful, she has magic, she might do a spooky.
Yeah, which, if you're familiar with the lore of
It's
Dragon
entirely
Age,
genuine concern.
There's a lot of reasons why people fear mages, and it's not just demons, even though that is a huge chunk of it. It's also important to remember that most places were occupied by the Tevinter Imperium, which is a society literally run by mages.
Oh, now he's looking at me. Oh. He was just staring straight ahead with the most flat expression.
I mean, what would
my
you
captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
Your head is the same width as your neck.
Don't be racist. He's a Qunari.
I'm used to seeing a Qunari with horns, so he's an early design of Qunari.
No, some Qunari do not have horns.
I'm sorry, you're correct. The species Qunari and the group Qunari are not the same either.
Well, also, though...
But not all of them have horns. You are correct.
Not all of them have horns. As a matter of fact, if you're born without horns, people are terrified of you. They think people who are born without horns are actually scary.
Oh.
So it probably explains why he's a STEN.
I see. You're a prisoner. Who put you here?
I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Qunari peoples.
Qunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes,
I was waiting for
that's
that.
what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
He's kind of taking her barbs in stride as well with that last comment. He's like, see, that's what I would expected. Yeah, I can't imagine anybody would not like Alistair. He's probably my favorite character so far because his humor is very similar to mine.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Yeah, see, that's what I'd have expected. All right. What did you do to end up in here?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Not to me. Aren't you who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
That doesn't answer my question, Sten!
Well, it kind of does. He's saying, do you think it's impossible to for these two things to be?
I mean, that's
true.
With each other? That's true.
He did an action and he regrets it.
Yeah. The question is like, but why did you though? He won't tell me. Oh, a lady just zipped by in the background and startled me. She just poofed through the bushes. I keep forgetting NPCs are not bound to the conversation like I and my party are, so they will do things in the background, including walk through the conversation. Let's see. Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
Oh. You didn't resist capture?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
I see. What an odd thing to do.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
I see. How long have you been here?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
It's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
I see. Aren't you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime?
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
Yes, I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Wow!
But you don't, here's the thing, right? What he said is rude.
But
he didn't mean to be offensive. He's not intending to be mean.
Yes, I can tell by how he speaks he's not trying to be offensive. What he's saying is, I guess you guys must be pretty desperate if you are willing, trying to convince me to come and fight the Blight with you. Why would you be insistent upon having a prisoner who, as far as you were aware, slaughtered a whole family with no qualms?
I mean, he's also saying that you don't look very strong, which is true.
I don't.
I mean, you're a fresh off the block recruit,
This is true. Would the Reverend Mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
I agree with her, actually. I don't think anybody deserves to sit there and starve to death or wait to be pulled apart by something as obscenely disgusting as the Darkspawn, because though you have not specified, you have hinted quite clearly that the Darkspawn are not particularly picky about the methods or length of time it takes to kill the people that they get their hands on.
Killing isn't the end goal. You'll see.
Yeah, that's why I said you hinted. There's more than meets the eye to this nonsense, and I'm sure that, as BioWare often do, it will show me.
Also, to answer your question, because you asked about the emissaries, right?
Yes.
And whether or not they're present during blights, or rather not during blights.
Not blights. Yeah, because that's what it says. It says, they only seem to appear during a blight.
They exist in the deep roads.
They're just much farther down than people can go, I guess? Or...
Yeah, the Darkspawn exists at all times down in the deep roads. The dwarves are actually in constant fighting with them. They have the dwarves have a special military faction where it's people who are condemned to death, and their whole task is to fight Darkspawn until they die.
How do you use on self?
You just press use.
I did press use, and now it...
Yeah, leave the menu.
Oh.
You're good. But to answer your question, emissaries still do stick around, but they are very deep in the deep
Okay,
roads.
so they that's why people say, oh, they don't seem to appear until there's a blight, and that's because, well, that's when they come up out of the deepest part of the deep roads.
Yeah, most people stay out of the deep roads because they are Darkspawn infested.
Yes! Alright. Reverend Mother!
Good day, Sister Liliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
Is there something I can do for you, then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Qunari you've imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
She may be able to answer more questions about his crime.
What did he do?
He butchered an entire farmhold. Only one of the youngest hid long enough to survive. The child said his father had found the Qunari gravely wounded and took him in. That kindness was repaid with murder. The bandsman found the Qunari just standing amidst the carnage. He did not resist them.
What would make him do such a thing?
He would not say, though he acknowledged his guilt. Even the seasoned knights who apprehended him were disturbed by the carnage. However docile he appears, do not be fooled. That Qunari is a danger.
I see. What if this causes an incident with his people?
The Maker demands justice, regardless of his race.
I see. Is there a way I can convince you to release him?
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking you might I was thinking you might release him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Qunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
I noticed that she gave them to Liliana and not to me. Which I think says that if Liliana were not in my party, this would have been considerably more difficult to convince her to let me have Sten.
It is a different encounter, yeah. The Sten will open up more about why he did it later.
Yeah, I imagine so. Like I said, I imagine this is like a lot of, if not all other BioWare games that have characters like this.
Not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail, I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denham in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
If she could be a little nicer, they might make a cute couple. Except that she's purposefully being mean and not gently ribbing. That's the difference. Hi, Stan.
You wish something more of me?
You're drafted.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
Thank you, Sten. I am glad to have you with us.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Which is fair. Now, should I add him to my party or not yet? You think?
I don't think he's necessary now. You actually have a pretty decent party right now. The thing about he uses two-handed weapons. So
I thought he used the two-handed greatsword.
Yes, he uses two-handed weapons.
Sorry, you said dual wield.
No, he uses two-handed weapons. So big great swords or battle axes or whatever.
Okay, so he's like a big tank man.
He's an off tank. You're a warrior though, so honestly, I wouldn't change your party too much. Okay. You're like the class distribution is good. You're an off tank. Alistair is, I think, the only shield tank you have until like the midpoint in the game. And you need a rogue, and Liliana is the only rogue really to have in this game. Mm-hmm. There will be another rogue later, but he doesn't know how to lockpick, so it's useless to take him.
He's a failure of a rogue.
He's a failure for a number of reasons.
Alright, save it.
But he's a kind, beautiful failure.
STEN acquired. My goodness. Okay, I saw herb. Back in town. I saw something behind the bar. There's a box. Now, how to get back to get to box? I can step right through here? Okay, good. No. I failed. Come on. It's right over there. Oh, the wall over there is broken. Okay, good. Hi, Liliana. Sorry to make you run all the way around in circles. We're going back. I didn't understand what I was looking at. It's cool to see how they've prepared for the Blight the best they can with these defenses, which are actually a lot more effective than you'd think.
Yeah, it's just...
What now?
You know, the question of supplies. They don't have the forces to keep them from being encircled. That's
exactly.
The main issue.
Yeah, and the Darkspawn will they're a swarm. They'll just come right through here and crush everything. They don't care.
Yeah. Well, it's a question of logistics.
Oh.
This should be easy enough.
I should probably run and take care of those archers. Shouldn't I?
Honestly, Liliana is after that.
Okay.
Pause. You can direct their actions during the tactical pause.
She turned her head to look. She goes, to look at them.
By the way, you'll want to do this very often.
Pause and tell people to do shit.
Yes, especially for particularly difficult fights.
I'll tell Morgan to go after them too.
Ones where you have to save people's lives, for example, as you will find later, are the pausing and issuing orders is key.
Ferb says of the thief you were referring to, he is a horrible failure of a being, but we love him.
True. With any luck, we might see that character in the next game.
Would that be lovely?
Depending on which way his relationship with one of the factions goes.
Whoa! Wrong way.
That's a lot of blood.
On it.
Let's see if there's any more goods to be found. Nobody else sparkle? No. Only one body had loot. Nobody with loot. Oh, hello. They're over there. They have dog. Something tells me I should save.
Right. Yes. The dogs are a challenge.
Oh, can't save. Well. I cannot save now.
Yeah, you should quick save very frequently.
How about you?
Lil? Shoot him, please. Actually, no, you help her kill him.
You can queue up specific actions too. So if you want, like, for example, if you find yourself low on health, you can pause and then tell her to heal you.
Yeah, actually.
Actually, I don't think she has a healing spell.
I
just
would
yet.
like her to cast Frost Weapon on my shit, if she would be so kind. That's much better!
Only one shall stand.
Fix that. And fix him. And back to me.
Let's make this quick, shall we?
Right.
You're getting slow. You will learn to fear me.
Oh, she automatically switched to dual wielding.
That is her ideal fighting term.
Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing.
Try not to look too incompetent. It is embarrassing. Yay!
With you now.
Hooray, quick save. That's F5, right? Yes.
Yes.
Woo! Sparkle. Ooh, a lightning crystal. Excellent. Alright, anybody else do sparkle? Nobody else do sparkle. There's roots, and I think maybe there's more over here. They said that there were 3 groups of them, maybe? Question mark? Ooh, death root. A landmark tree. Ah, there they are. Landmark tree? Distinctive landmark, but otherwise unremarkable at this time.
I can tell you what that is if you want me to.
Yes? Question mark?
If you take your Mabari Hound with you,
Oh.
you can have it pee on that. And when it marks its territory for the zone that you are in, it will have combat boosts the whole time.
That's funny.
Yeah, every zone has one. Some of the locations are particularly funny.
Speeders. This is where the venom that I need.
Can you imagine? Really quick, can you just imagine?
Can I just
for
imagine?
just a second?
Mm-hmm.
What the design document looked like when they were like, yes, one of the features of our game
Is peeing on a tree.
Is dog pissing on a tree.
Down you go.
I'll need to get more health poultices later. Whoop! That's not what I meant.
You won't burn through the mess quickly once you get a healing spell for Morgan.
Yeah. Which, when she levels up, I'll be sure to give her. Uh-oh, I should help him.
Be careful!
If you get Liliana when she pulls her daggers out, if you get her behind whoever she's attacking, she will do crit damage all the time.
Huh.
Like she will frequently proc.
Oh, it had chainmail inside it.
That means it ate a dude.
That means it ate a dude. That makes me wonder why she doesn't have many skills for that, though. Because she's got, her combat-related... Where is it? Here we go.
I mean, she should have a couple of archery abilities.
She's got 4 archery abilities.
Well, you invested in one of them.
Nope. She hasn't leveled up yet. I haven't invested in anything. This is what she came with.
I'm pretty sure when you got her, you leveled her up once.
Nope. If she's able to be leveled up. So I don't have any.
Not.
Yeah, she has not. So that's what she came with. She came with 4 archery skills and no dual wielding ones. That's why I was confused.
As you wished.
A toxin extract. So I wonder if that's what we needed to make the venom? I feel
You
like
need to distill it into the necessary
venom.
components.
Yeah. Beliana. Yeah, there we go. How much did that dude need? I'm checking really quickly. Dothring. Poisonous proposition. 3 flasks of venom. Cool beans. Alright. Let's just make that really quick. 1, 2, 3. Excellent!
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can change her tactics for her to focus on archery. If you want. You have to go into the tactics menu, though.
Tactics menu. Minari. I'll set her to archer for right now.
You?
Oh! Wrong person.
Yeah. Okay.
Liliana is what I meant. Archer.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So she'll only switch to melee weapons when she's being swarmed by enemies.
Yeah. And that'll be fine for now when she levels up. Nope, you didn't really miss anything, Fairfield. I beat up a bunch of spiders and stuff, and we're talking about how Liliana comes by default, it seems. At least in my game.
Well, I mean, she's a very good archer. If you want to build her into it being an archer.
I'm fine with any. I mean, if you recommend her being...
Make her be an archer.
Make her be an archer? Okay.
That'd make an interesting
Then I'll keep her as she be.
Yeah, you'll want to focus on them at Bari. They're a big issue.
Yeah.
Why is she switching to her melee weapons? Have her pull out her bow.
I'm going to do that.
And direct her if she's not going to use her bow properly.
Make us breath!
Alright, there she goes. Yeah, she's doing shooting now.
Very well.
Time for a little cleanup. Let's make this quick.
We'll focus on the ads while he deals with the good guy. Morrigan. Focus on bandit, please, if you would.
Honestly, Morgan is kind of a mid-mage in this game. She's not her wild shape abilities are pretty dog shit. They don't scale very well. Yeah. Which is, I mean, it's kind of funny how every fantasy RPG sucks at scaling shape-shifting and pets for whatever reason.
Let's get started.
Never mind.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action.
Armed and dangerous, ready for action. Yes, Mike survived because we beat all the spiders to death.
Your sword is so large.
It is. I have a very big sword. Heavy chainmail. That might be useful for might be useful for our boy. Oh,
Right away.
Nice. More stuff to sell. Really quickly, let's have a look-see. Is this armor better for y'all? Looks like it might be.
So for leveling Liliana, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
she'll need 20 strength points, and that's actually what you'll want to invest in first.
Okay. Look at this fancy boy. His hat is still horrifying.
Because she'll need that to wear the heaviest or the best medium armor in the game.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. That's two-handed. This is better than the one he has currently. So that'll be stronger. And I think that Liliana's already got a longbow. Yeah, hers does more damage, so. Good beans.
Quick save if you haven't.
Thank you for reminding
This should
me.
be easy enough.
As you guys have noticed, it's
at
not a
some
thing I
point-
normally do.
At some point, you should make it second nature. You should like every in like when I play Skyrim or whatever, I'm quick saving after every door.
Well, the reason I don't is that most of my games that I play, autosave, and so quick saving isn't a thing.
That's because you play casual games, Alex. This is a
Wow.
this is an elite gamer game.
Wow.
With gamer with a capital G.
Wow.
You play games made for babies. This is a real
Done heard
man's
what
game.
was said. You're a warden.
Oh boy.
I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head
boy.
could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Guys. They're really gonna make me kill them, aren't they?
I'm to thin the herd.
Alright.
Begin the
Whoa, boy! What am I doing?
Well, it's the weakest attack you've ever heard, Scorpio, because he's only half-heartedly invincible.
Had it coming!
I mean, he literally started his preamble like, I don't want to do this, but I have to.
Well, this sucks.
Nah. Don't feel too bad. They started it.
I know they did, but you know, they're desperate, and I'm sad.
Well, now they're dead, so they're not desperate any longer.
Well, I guess I hope that their
I can do that
families
for you.
are
shall.
okay.
Maybe they should have thought about their families before they decided to start roughing people up for money.
Alright, anything over here? No. Alright, let's go give the venom to the dude in the bar and sell crap to him, and then I think we will be done with Lothering. And we can move on and decide where to go next.
And make sure to check your quests to make sure that you've done everything.
I've got, oh yeah,
Also,
it's lit
I'm
up.
sure you've noticed, but that bridge is a trigger for dialogue. So if your characters have any dialogue that they want to say, that bridge triggers it.
I see. Alright, so this is one of the
Let
quests.
him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
Thank you! Bears. On behalf of Theed, the farmer, and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern wood to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Eneth. For they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farmers and solace for Theed's family. As chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out this, the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost, may his light bathe us all. More quests. Last keepsake. As thanks to all villagers who've opened their barns and crofts to the refugees in these dark times, the Chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village, oh, the little boy we found, whose mother, good wife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, as of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the chanter will compensate this kindness with the sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on all of us. I see. Let's go find a thing for him. That's sad. Got 3 gold for that, though, which was nice. Because shit's expensive in early game. Alright, good sir, I have brought you some poison. I hope you will make good use of it, and not poison your neighbors. Hello!
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have what you've asked for.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches him a lesson.
I hope you don't die.
Enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some. Hey!
Can I sell you my
still don't
shit?
have food to sell.
That's okay. Show me what you got. I'll take your health stuff. I should always get these, at least until I have a designated healer. Incense of Awareness. You got any presents I could give to people? Probably not. Amulet of Accord. Ah! That'd be something for me, maybe. Anyway, let's sell this garbage. Studded leather helm. Don't need it. Don't need any more. That's what I'm wearing. I can't use that yet. I don't need that. The Qunari's thickened hat. Nah. And I don't think that this has changed at all. Although I think I can give these to Leliana. Okay, that's it. I believe that Leliana has a bunch of ice bolts for her bow. Or maybe she used them all. What? Oh, they're crossbow bolts, I think. Oh, it's for a crossbow. I don't have one of those. Never mind. Alright, let's go kill a bear.
Be careful, the bear is a tough fight.
Your gamer tag just popped into being in the corner, informing me that you're online.
To be done. What can we do?
Just keep your head down, that's what.
Ferb says that they recognize the old man as a voice actor from Skyrim, and it's very distinct because he's one of only 5 actors.
Better than the 3 from Oblivion.
It's true. So few. Whoa.
Apparently, the cast for Starfield is going to be in the hundreds.
Oh, that's a lot of wolves from all angles. You're not a bear. You should die quickly, fairly. Holy cow.
You want to keep all of their pelts, by the way.
Yeah.
Sell their pelts.
It's either you or me, and it ain't gonna be me. Oh shit, you drink that. Ooh, Alistair's leveled up though, which is good. Good grief. Are we good? Oh, none of the wolvies are sparkly.
Oh man. Well, free
Boo.
experience.
Yeah, I can level him up.
Alright. If you want pointers on how to level him, let me know.
Please. I would. He needs more strength, I assume, correct? Or more constitution for more health?
So... one second, sorry. I'm gonna pull up, actually, my notes.
Bearfield says that the guy in the bar voiced Winnie the Pooh.
That's amazing.
If that's true, that's amazing.
Okay, so you're gonna want to get... get him to 26 dexterity.
Okay.
42 strength, and 14 cunning.
Okay. Then let's get him to the cunning out of the way now. Because we had just enough for that. So he gets a new move. Let's see. Ooh, precise striking, good for him. Shield balance. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, so you'll want to... Yeah, you'll want to get that one, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. And am I able to am I leveled? Oh, I am. Okay. So I probably also want to put more into, since I'm doing a dual wielder. Probably champion, I guess? So it's a...
1 second. One moment.
What's the difference? Demonic spirit.
Champion, I think, is good for tanking, but let me see what you want.
Okay.
I believe you're doing a damage build.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, it's... Oh, that's, the Reaver is like a Berserker that I think of. And the Berserker...
So you'll want to get... you'll want to get 36 strength, and then the rest of it in dexterity.
Okay. 1 point in strength, and then the rest into dex? You said?
I would put 2 points in strength, because your priority is to get to 36. And then, yeah,
and then 1 in dexterity. Right? Okay, and I have 1 specialization point, so I guess I can pick one of these. You said that champion is good for tanking. Skill at arms, impressive enough to inspire
I
allies.
would recommend Berserker for you.
Berserker? Okay. 2 strength and 10 health. Hey. Can I...
Berserker and Reaver, probably. Reaver, you kind of become a blood mage in a way. You use blood magic without being a mage, so there's not a strong risk of you being possessed.
How do I pick it?
You have to have somebody teach you.
Oh. Okay, I need to find
you have
the
to
teacher.
hold on to it, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I understand. All right, precise striking.
Once you get to your camp, you'll be able to figure out how to do that.
Okay.
So for now,
just for now.
1 moment.
I guess I may as well grab those 2 points. I'm not going to need to taunt. But the disengage and perfect striking are nice.
Actually, no. Take those points out. Don't.
Don't spend them.
Don't spend them.
Okay, I will
just
hold on.
keep it as it is now. I know it sucks, but...
It's okay, this just means it'll be blinking in the corner. And that is fine with me. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers over on Patreon, and give a special shout out to Jack Fox, Old Monster, Dizarin, and Revolution 72. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. I'd also like to give a big thank you to everyone else watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know with a like and a comment. Be sure to have a look at the other videos on my channel, and subscribe so you never miss a new one. Links to my Patreon, Twitch, and all my other socials are in the description below the video. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!